How to choose between modes A, B, and C for the MgcSTEM PWM 2.0A. The PWM 2.0A module has the following features. It has a 3-second soft start time and supports a soft stop function, which can reduce the impact during startup. This not only effectively protects the gears and the transmission from damage caused by impact, but also makes driving safer and more comfortable. It supports a variable speed pedal. In this mode, it also supports maximum speed setting, allowing you to set the highest safe speed your child needs. It is equipped with an automatic overcurrent protection function. When the peak current exceeds 35A or the continuous current exceeds 20A, the PWM will automatically reduce its output to maintain a continuous output current of 20A. It will recover automatically when the current decreases. There is no need to replace the fuse, and it is recommended to use the original motor. Excessive power will affect the user experience or cause damage to the module due to long-term overload operation. It has pre-drilled mounting holes and can be directly installed with screws without the need for external installation and positioning accessories. It has a 0 to 100% duty cycle adjustment function. The frequency is 16.23 kHz. It supports an input voltage of 9-70V, is equipped with a working indicator light, and adopts an aluminum alloy shell, making it more sturdy and durable. It can be used as a replacement part for children's electric vehicles, a PWM fan controller, a replacement part for children's electric vehicles, and other scenarios. This DC motor speed controller supports 3 configuration modes, A, B, and C, and their corresponding connection methods. You can choose a configuration that meets your needs. First, let's talk about configuration A. Look at this diagram. This configuration mode does not use a variable speed accelerator pedal or a brake pedal. Instead, it directly controls the power supply of the PWM module through a throttle switch with 2 pins. The advantage of this mode is its lower cost and relatively simple wiring. The disadvantage is that it only has the power-on soft start function. The accelerator pedal can only control the motor start and stop. The motor speed is a preset value of the potentiometer. Since the power supply to the PWM module is cut off when the pedal is released, the soft stop function is not supported. Next, let's talk about configuration B. Look at this diagram. This configuration mode does not use a variable speed accelerator pedal. Instead, it uses a reset-type pedal switch, 3-pin or 6-pin, that integrates the functions of a throttle switch and a brake switch. When the foot pedal switch is pressed, the battery connects to the PWM pulse width modulation module and starts outputting power, and the motor then starts running. If the foot is lifted off the pedal while the vehicle is moving, the connection between the battery and the PWM module is disconnected. The module stops outputting power and shorts the motor to generate reverse braking force, thereby achieving a braking effect. When the pedal is pressed again, the PWM module resumes power supply and restarts. The advantages of this mode are lower cost, relatively simple wiring, and the added brake function, making it safer than configuration A. The disadvantage is that it only has the power-on soft start function. The accelerator pedal can only control the motor start and stop. The motor speed is a preset value of the potentiometer. Since the power supply to the PWM module is cut off when the pedal is released, the soft stop function is not supported. Finally, let's talk about configuration C. Look at this diagram. This mode adds a variable speed pedal to configuration B. Its advantage is that it not only enables speed control, but also features a braking function, thus providing a more responsive driving experience. The vehicle speed is controlled by the depth of pressing the variable speed pedal. When the brake pedal is pressed during driving, the connection between the battery and the PWM pulse width modulation module will be disconnected. The module will stop outputting power and short-circuit the motor to generate reverse braking force, thereby achieving the braking effect. When the brake pedal is released, the PWM module will resume power supply and restart. If both the variable speed accelerator pedal and the brake pedal are pressed at the same time, the variable speed accelerator pedal will not work, because the PWM module is in a power-off state. Once the brake pedal is released, the function of the variable speed accelerator pedal will be restored. This mode requires adding a power control switch between the PWM pulse width modulation module and the battery to prevent the battery from being drained when the device is idle. Although the PWM module consumes very little power in the idle state, there is still a risk of power consumption during long-term idleness. Configuration C is recommended. For a detailed explanation of the connection method and application of each scheme, please watch the videos in the subsequent playlist.